Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh, yeah.
Is it going to be a bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. Have you seen? I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break.
The rev share is still a bear. Little has been done on the latest run.
Very nice.
The rev share is still a bear. Little has been done on the latest run.
Very nice.
So, a couple things for you. Lock in starting today with the SEC. Just find out, let's see what Sankey says right out of the gate, and see what the coaches say.
Okay.
If you go back to the Big 12, the big thing, the big stand by Yormark, correct? That's right?
Brett Yormark.
Make sure I had that right.
You got it.
Yormark was about the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he hit on some rev share, but not really?
Not much.
What did each coach talk about? Every single coach talk about on the Big 12. Listen to them all. Kyle Whittingham, Dion, everyone. Like, we have no cap. It's not. No one knows the Dillingham. No one knows the rules. No one has this stuff. The rev share did nothing. You know, they said, Dion goes, there's no cap. You need a cap. That's what the rev share was supposed to be. The rev share went through.
Why
on
is
July
there not?
1, and there's none because all it meant was that you take this big hit in your department, so they can pay out of that. But then there's still the NIL on top of it.
Right. That's what I was
there's no rules on NIL, and they say, oh yeah, there is. They got to be legit. Here's the situation. It's impossible. They've already rejected some. Everyone they reject is going to go to a lawsuit, and they can't win. Just that easy. They can't win. It's impossible for them to say you do not have that value when we've already established that they do. They've already made this money before, and when you tell someone that they can't do it, what was the biggest thing that the ADs agreed on? Everyone, we just need to do it, and we all just need to do it. And that was it. How long is that going to hold up? It's not. It's already over. And so there's a ways that you could have. And for the clearinghouse to come out and say yeah, that one's not legit. You can't use that.
Right.
Not a problem. Lawsuit. You can't. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So this whole thing on this rev share thing, it did nothing.
Don't
listen to the coaches.
I got you.
Every one of the Big 12 coaches complained that Plainfield's not even close to level. The NIL problem with this, the rev share did nothing. Didn't do one thing to help with all the problems going on. What's going to happen to some of these teams that they said that front loaded to no end? And now they're talking about people have $50 million rosters.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to happen to that
USC.
young man the following year? Okay, I know you're getting $2.2 million.
Yeah, now
you're going to get $100,000. Enjoy.
Right.
And they're going to be like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to have it.
It's a mess.
It is absolute. And then listen to everyone. Everyone says, is there some difficulty to it? Yes. Only one way. They have to be employees, and you have to collective bargain, period.
That's what the coaches are saying.
I mean, and everyone
coaches.
Yeah. And so it'll be interesting to see what Sankey says.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what
today
he speaks.
He'll
Yes.
speak today. So that was something you'll want to catch is today, because right now there's been nothing gained. I thought this was going to gain something. It's gained nothing.
Hold on. There's some structure in place, and that the clearinghouse, there is a process that you have to forward your NIL piece, and then they determine if it's. I get what you're saying, but at least there's something there, and if they reject it, there's a form of arbitration. Now you're saying they'll go straight to lawsuits.
Yeah, the arbitration won't be enough because here's the situation. The players didn't agree to this.
Right.
So
I understand.
So when the players, especially when the new freshmen come in, they're gonna be going like, whoa, time out. I didn't agree to this. I didn't agree to this whatsoever. The rev share thing, whatever everybody signed off on. Yeah, that's not my deal. And so, but when you collective bargain, when the new draftees come into the NFL, they fall underneath that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the coaches, when you hear every coach, and I don't know if it was so much with Texas Tech and Joey McGuire, because right now they're sitting in an unbelievable spot.
Catbird seat.
Yeah. So not saying too much, but it's just, and they're going to be, let's just say that, one of the billionaires who have multiple companies, sold multiple companies, has a company. Yeah, we're just going to hire you. We're going to hire you, and you're going to help promote this. And we're going to give you $1.2 million for it. Oh, you can't do that. That's not realistic. Why not? Why is it not? Why that's the whole thing that's the whole thing about this country. Yes, we can. That's part of it. So it's not going to add up, and it's really going to cause, because this conversation with the rev share solved nothing. Steve's 100% right. There is a workload that has to be done through it. Mm-hmm. They have to be able to turn things.
They tried to put structure to it, but I think what you're in a sense, they did provide structure, and now everybody's just finding ways around the structure.
Yeah.
Now, is there any part of you that just says, there's a part of me that says, just let it play out?
Just let it play out.
I mean, there is a part of me that says that. Just let the people spend their money, go through the lawsuits. Just do it. Just let it go. I don't know. I mean, if people want to do that, they can do it.
There's such a precedent set by the Supreme Court when it got denied, whatever it was, the number was it was undefeated. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, and it was
unanimous.
Unanimous, yes. To say, and they're just like, no, you can't do that, and that's when that was when everything completely broke out like crazy, and so not like crazy, but what players deserve and whether they deserve it or not. There's some players that got a lot of money already that didn't deserve it. Mm-hmm. Didn't do anything on the field, didn't do anything, and that's going to happen. Yeah. That happens in the NFL all the time. Yeah, that's a bust, and so you're going to have your bust also with it. But to have it this confusing, when you notice that there wasn't a strong statement by Yormark, because all the coaches were like, no, they would be on. If he got up there and said, we have made unbelievable progress, we finally have our grasp on what's going on and what people can be paid and how we're going to do this. And then every coach got up there and spoke and said, no, don't listen to Dillingham, listen to Kyle Whittingham talk, listen to Prime talk. It's like everyone was just like, they were all walking around that I want to hear from the SEC. I want to see what Sankey has to say.
It'd be hard to recruit the high-end player now. That's my read. Not all players are affected profoundly by this.
They are not. There's a lot of them that, like I said, don't fall into any of this.
Right.
But
the high-end guys do, though.
Yeah. We have some response. The Texas Casanova with somewhat of a hot take. He says, just pull the plug on the whole NIL deal and just pay them royalties on their jersey sales. That's true name, image, and likeness. Problem solved.
Yeah, it's not, unfortunately. I would
try. He tried.
One-stop shop would be great. That wouldn't do anything, unfortunately. I do agree with some things they're saying, but that's not the jersey sales won't be enough to.
No,
it's not enough to be able to do that.
Once again, God bless you, Texas Casanova.
He wants something simple.
He tried,
and I appreciate.
But you'd be limiting their earnings at that point.
Yeah, once you here's the whole. Everybody needs to understand. Steve, explain.
We can't limit. I mean, fundamentally, you shouldn't be able to limit someone's earnings.
You can't limit their earnings.
Right.
There's no, and then nor how do you get to judge it? Because, like I said, a house, you'll find a house in California that's going to sell for like $4.8 million. If it was sitting in Lincoln, it'd be $700,000. And so it's like the price. Or there's a house in Lincoln that is worth $450,000 on paper, but somebody really wants it and they pay $2.2 million for it. They can. It's just the price of what it's the
market.
It's just the market value, and so if someone has bigger market value. That's all there is to it.
It's amateurism. We're not talking about amateurism anymore. This is
there's a difference with if Dylan Raiola is going to a car dealership to sign autographs for 2 hours in Fremont, okay, and that's worth $2.2 million. Okay, that makes sense. We're going to come after. We're going to come after that a little bit, but. Still a lot, but but the point is the other stuff. Like I said, what if they start hiring him as other jobs that people have? Like, no, he's actually doing this. He's our main spokesperson for Amazon. Imagine that. He's our main spokesperson for
That'd
Amazon.
be a lot of money, right?
Yeah, and so
A lot of
and
money.
we're going to pay him. We're going to pay him $6 million. That's what we would pay a spokesperson for Amazon. How about Mayhem guy? Like that. He's gonna be on the Mayhem commercials like that. Well, you only pay him $100 a commercial.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
He's doing well for himself.
And so the thing is, it'll never solve until. I mean, what did
Until
Gundy,
what? Their employees?
What Gundy say? They got to be employees.
Yeah.
To stop the madness. What I can't figure out is that how does everyone know it and no one's even working towards it?
Well,
there's problems with it, but no one's working towards it. Everyone's kind of this will help a lot. And the AD's answer was across the board, everyone needs to do this. They need to abide by this. But it's not going to, even no matter even if they are abiding by it, when the lawsuits start coming in, what are they going to do? No one's going to fight the lawsuit. I mean, like an AD's not. If all of a sudden a player from Nebraska says, "Hey, this isn't right,"
God, how are you going to settle all this?
the AD can't come in and say, "Well, let's talk about this now. Let's just not do that." It's like, hang on. Their earning time is what? Small windows of earning time.
I just wonder how much they'll have to deal with it. How much time it would take? How consuming is it to deal with settling these cases that are not cut and dried? I don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows that answer.
It's just interesting. Any from the text line, Jake?
The Texas Casanova weighed in.
Yeah.
He did, yes. Someone says, even if this is from Kent, even if they're an employee, could they not have an NIL deal on the side? No different than someone does it when they moonlight. Possible.
I mean, workman's there's all kinds of things that
There's things
people are
that come
going
with
to
it.
point out that.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not just that easy. Oh yeah, you're employees. Like you said, there's a lot of stuff that goes with that. But like I said, I was shocked at the Big 12.
How many coaches said that?
Every coach. I think it was. Now I don't remember hearing Joey McGuire say, but I can't say I listened to his whole.
Joey.
So Joey's like going, this is pretty sweet right now. This is going pretty well like that.
Look at who it
There's
is.
Bolt right there. The meeting's
Outside.
over. Yeah.
Now,
The meeting's over.
The meeting's over.
Hello,
there he is.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
So the meeting must have been in Lincoln, not off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's thumbs up. Bill, what was the headline one last time, please?
The rev share is still a bear. Little has been done on the latest run.
And that is Bill's Thrills. Football Facts Money is sponsored by Diner Contracting. Hour 2 is next, an early break in the ticket.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bill's Bugaboo Tuesday, Bill.
Things that bother me. This is something that's just gone away.
What?
A lost art. The earbuds are duds. The earbuds are duds. Radio is not tradio. I'm going out I'm taking Sugar for a walk on Saturday, and I'm out walking, and I look, and there's a guy working on laying brick on the front of this house. He's laying brick, and he's got his radio plugged in, and it's blasting. It's blasting, and it was so awesome. Oh my God. It was so awesome to hear someone with their radio plugged in on a construction site. And just blast. You can see him just kind of bopping his head. Had his music going. Oh, it was incredible. Today's world is plug in and disconnect. You do not hear any.
100.
You never hear public radio
100.
or music anywhere at all.
Not at the gym.
No one even cares at the gym what you play because everyone has their own music in. If there's music on, but no one even cares. Oh, the art of music blaring is just remarkable.
Oh, this is beautiful.
It's gone, and it bothers me.
I get you.
Because right away, the neighbor's going to be like, I don't know. So I'm talking to my good friend Eric Getzfred, who's not in the Hall of Fame, and please look into this.
At Wesleyan.
He's not.
So I talked
He went
to
in the major leagues?
Yeah, it's that? No, that was different. You got to try out with the 49ers.
Okay.
So anyway, he told me about how when he used to work at he had this other house that he bought, and he for like 6 months worked on it by himself. And every morning he'd go over there and he'd open the windows and put the speakers in them, and he played vinyl. And he played Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass because someone had left him all these vinyl albums.
Oh my God.
And so it was just horn sections blasting out. But he said you could hear it for blocks away. And I'm just like, if I was walking down and I could hear Herb Albert playing from 2 blocks away from somebody doing,
like a dream.
It'd be the dream of all dreams.
It'd be like going to venue at 4:30 on a
It
Monday.
would be like going to getting pretzel bites. It'd be the same
And a
as pretzel
Stella.
bites. I just can't imagine. I mean, I just looked at this guy like, man,
God, that is amazing. You never see that.
nothing.
Never.
When you used to go by every site where someone was working on something, the radio was the first things you got out.
Yeah.
The first thing was like, set the radio up.
Oh, yeah.
Set it up. Now,
Well,
let's just put our earbuds in and no one connect. How about that?
It's funny when you try to talk to somebody at the gym, it's a whole ordeal.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
they have
Yeah.
to- yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
every time. It's so annoying.
Thank you.
Or just-
Thank you.
And they go right back into like, I'm not
back
done
in.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Keep them out for a few
And
seconds.
I that's, it's a little,
Seriously.
it's a little hypocritical of me because I will have mine in the gym also because I'm listening to my.
It's okay.
But the gym doesn't bother me as much as
Oh, I
the,
got you.
I mean, I'm telling you,
Hypocritical.
to hear that
You don't hear it ever.
ever, and it used to
So
be.
you heard it.
I heard it. I stopped.
Yeah, you
I
almost
stopped.
did
I
that
did.
like
I
a-
stopped and observed. I'm
It's like looking at like a
It's a time.
art.
It's like a time
Yeah.
capsule, but it opened up. Hey,
Yeah.
here's what we're gonna do.
look at this
We're gonna
man working
we're
with a
gonna-
radio.
You're gonna
How
have-
odd is that?
What a sight.
It-
What a
I-
sight.
And think about today's world. When they're doing the show 20 years from now, I won't even talk about that. 'Cause no one will know of it, of a radio. It's like, no, that never
You
happened.
could almost like do a sculpture of it and put it in Sheldon. Say,
Yeah.
what is that?
What is that?
There's a man working in front of a radio. How odd
In
is
the year
that?
2025.
Right.
Steve, can you picture what the radios looked like about 1980 on a construction site?
can.
I can see them.
I can.
see. It'd be one also with an antenna. Whoop.
Yep.
It'd put the antenna up.
You can go to a antique store because I did this and buy one. I have one. I'll on my kitchen counter. I'll take a picture of it. You could go get one. They still have them. You can get them. But
Remember-
you don't see them.
No,
you
remember-
see them at an antique store.
When myself and,
That's sad.
and Mike Martin, Dr. Martin here in town, were painting the Rahonic house, and we had the radio playing for the Z92, giving away the
Right.
We listened. I mean, it's all we had, and we had multiple ones set up around the house, so we didn't have to carry the. So
They're all on the same station.
it's all in the same station, just set up around the house.
Z92. Better times, parallel lives.
And
Z92 was gigantic.
yeah, Z92 was incredible.
Big for
We
our
should drive
child.
around the country just to hear it.
Yeah.
You could get the station. Go ahead, Jay.
We do have some response here from the breakers.
Okay.
402-464-5685. Well, other people
Not
wanted. Marcus says 100. Bill, 100 on that one. Let's see here. Someone says I'm working on a retaining wall right now, blasting the stool
Right.
right now at 7:11 in the morning
How
in the
about that?
Ozarks.
In the Ozarks. How
We are
about that?
honored by that.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you.
Let's see, Officer McLeod in Columbus
Yeah,
says
Columbus.
I have a side job doing gutters on my days off. The work radio is blasting from the truck every day. Local classic country to get your morning going.
I like that. I'm like that it's still out there because I haven't seen it forever.
No, I don't see it
mean,
very often.
forever. I haven't
Officer
seen it.
McLeod's got a side job doing gutters.
Yeah.
So he's saving Nebraska and then also doing a side job. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's got a picture from Hizzlebear of a Milwaukee radio, and it says this station is always on the job site. It blares your station every day, but Friday is music
Okay.
Friday.
Music Friday. Okay.
Okay. That's
I'm glad to hear there's some few out there. Okay.
Durant in the Bottoms, Durant, our friend, he
Yes.
says North Bottoms has the ticket on in the backyard on the radio.
Wow. Thank you, Durant.
Rosebud in Elmwood says I'm at a job site by Beatrice, blasting the stool on my radio right now.
How about
We're
that?
being blasted
You
on the
don't-
radio Beatrice.
I'm with Bill though. Yeah, I haven't. You don't see it.
No.
You don't. Not very often.
Jake, it was such a
it's
big
refreshing.
it was such a big deal when I used to work construction like, and on whatever smaller stuff. We had access to electricity like that. I was like, get the radio set up.
Made the day go better.
The first thing you did was get the radio set up.
Made the day go much faster. Made the day go much faster. It did. I work at the Platte County Ag Society. I don't know why I always call it that. It's the fairgrounds. But if you didn't have radio during the day would drag.
Long day.
Yeah.
We'll end with this one from Big B. Says, if I'm listening to a great song, then everyone else is too with me.
Well,
Nice.
Well,
How about that?
Yeah.
Making a stand.
Bill, what was the headline again today?
The earbuds are duds. Radio's not tradio. Don't stray when tomorrow's game day. Don't stray when tomorrow's game day. I'm just going to walk you through what it would be like this. So game day.
Okay,
The
we
day
got it.
before, I'm going to go LSU for you.
Okay.
And
So just fast forward to September.
You got this like that. So this would be like I selected home game in my mind, but they were both the same. Okay, so it's real simple. Early arrival, early wake up, review and print test. So the first thing is I'm gonna get there. I don't know, not on Friday, not quite as early. You're probably there at 6. So you want to have all your tests done. You have photos of everything that has to be done. Everything's written out, typed out. You have your tests made. Awesome, ready to go. 9 a.m. staff, boom. If Coach O go together with the plan of the day is what we're doing, boom. 9:20 D staff get together, review practice plans. There's going to be part of practice you have to have. And there's going to be 10 plays running practice, which have to be absolutely perfect. At 10:30, you have to insert a bonus walkthrough. It's not on the schedule. You have to convince your players to make sure they're there early to go to the walkthrough room, which is a giant room, and the whole wall is video. And so we do a walkthrough, and it's turfed. It's like a 20-yard turf field, and we do a walkthrough on the inside. And it was your job to get your players there for that walkthrough. That was a very intense walkthrough of what we had to have to be able to get organized like that.
10:30 a.m.
Players would have lunch for us right there. Coaches in are off to it for the Saturday walk. There's going to be a walkthrough on Saturday because it's a night game, and that has to be perfect. So when you get over there, so you have to have that all ready to go. So you do that 1 o'clock heartbeat meeting like that. So they bring a giant bass drum in to the meeting room, and then the whole team is in there, and they bring everyone in from like from the academic department. There's 200 some people in there, and they do a heartbeat that everyone's got head down. It's like boom 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 boom. And the coach will go, T-Bob, you're up. And T-Bob would come out right there. He's one of our analysts. He'd be the one that had the little, whatever, hit the drum. Boom, 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 boom. He'd do a little bit louder as he kind of got going like that. And so we had that was the big thing. That everyone's heads down for that. He'd do that like that. And then he'd finish up with a, we will perform at a level that the opponent is either unwilling or unable to match. You go, ready. Everybody's out. That was heartbeat meeting.
Wow.
So you're out of there. That goes right to special teams,
Friday.
goes right to call out. And so the call out is like all of a sudden, someone who's your backup. So after the meeting, we go through who our backup at that. Then we go to individual meetings where I do the open book test, or I'd walk around. They take their test. So someone could be like, "Hey, question on this." I made sure on Fridays everyone's perfect. You make them feel great. It's always like, even if there's something that's kind of, I go, yeah, that's a great question. You probably look at it like this: build everyone up. Friday's not. There's no. Everyone's up at that time. Then you go to practice, you go lock in. We have all these things you have to be able to walk through to get done. Then you have 10 plays. Then the offense has 10 plays. And those 10 plays are critical. They're the most important 10 plays we think is going to happen the next day in that game. Once that gets over, we go to the sideline signal review. Have the signal going to review. Everyone calls out all the plays. Base, dime. Call all the stuff out while the offense does 2 minute up and down the field. Come back, we do another little spirited call out. Then we do a jump ball. They play music plays right there. And Coach O will call out just 2 randoms. It could be a coach and someone from the strength staff. They do a football jump ball. Boom. That's it. We're out. Then you take off sprinting to get to your car and run to get to the hotel, to get your bags in the hotel, to meet the team when they come into the hotel, when they go in for the all-seated dinner. At the all-seated dinner, that'd be me, Mickey Joseph, Munoz, and Ensminger, the offensive coordinator, and sometimes Joe Brady was with us too. So we have a set spot that everyone sits. You do not sit at someone else's table. It was like, just don't do it. Dinner's over, bust to your room. You have 10 minutes. Then you're back for a special teams meeting to be able to get through. And those special teams meetings, right? Those are all game film from the opponent when you get that done. Then you go and you watch the 10 plays as a defense.
10 plays, it could be the big plays of the
that we just did on film. Watch those 10 plays. Then we'd break up, and I'd take all the DBs and I'd pull up a TV copy. So I'd show the tempo. This is TV version, so I can show what it actually looks like. It's different than game film, so I would watch that. Back in real quick for final words. Break out of there. 9 o'clock watching recruiting film.
9
so
p.m.
9 p.m. we're watching recruiting film till 10:01. So we watch it. Also, while we'd be watching like that, I'd be texting your recruits and be like, all of a sudden Mo might text, say it's like Mo Hampton. He had 4 touchdowns that night. So hey, can you call? And so we're all watching film. Coach O's in the front seat watching the film like that, and then I'd walk up. Hey, Coach, yeah, Mo Hampton had 4 touchdowns today. Hey, man, what's going on, Mo? Big night. So everyone's handing him phones.
10:15.
Wow.
At all this time, our phones are going to them. So we're talking to all of our commitments on that night right after their game's over. So the commitments know that right when the game's over, they're going to talk to me, or whoever the coach is, and they're going to talk to Coach O. So we've already hit on those guys to be able to get that done. Then I'd always grab food to go. I didn't eat much at the dinner. I'd grab some food to go. Then you did bed check. Got back in my room at 10:44.
And then you got a game the next day.
Next day,
No, I don't have Saturday off.
Next Wednesday, we'll do game day.
Whoa.
Wow.
So that's a Friday.
Was that pretty standard at every place you've been, or is that unique to
Well, that's a good
LSU?
question.
It is a little unique, but no, it's the test. I mean, in the end, you know that day is like there is a lot going on.
Friday is not a slow day.
No, there's a lot going on.
Jake.
And
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd need Saturday off. No, you can't take Saturday
Oh,
off.
that's game day, actually.
game
Can't
day.
do that.
yeah, so it's
I
a
don't imagine
it's-
you had Sunday off either.
No, and there's no Sundays off. 6 a.m. to whatever 10:44, and I just hope to
6
get back to
a.m.
my room, and you'd hope that there was like a San Jose State Nevada game that was still on TV on for a Friday
Wind
night
down
game
a
to
little
watch
bit.
a little bit of that, and then we'll go over game day next Wednesday.
Then game day, just slight preview. What time are you up in the morning?
I'd be up. I'd probably honestly if the night game, which 90% of those were,
Yeah.
and no matter what, even if it wasn't a night game like that, I was always up extremely early because I always went for a run that morning. So I get about 40-minute jog in that morning. And I'd run around this little lake right by in Louisiana. There's a little lake right there that I'd run
Get
around.
up and run.
Got up and got a run, and then we'll hang on. I'll give you the rest as we get going.
Okay. That's a lot.
Fast paced,
That is
Very fast.
and on the screws the entire time.
You have to get to the hotel quick.
Yeah, we'd race her. We'd literally, when we got done with practice, we would race to our cars so we could get there and I could get my stuff put into my hotel room so I could be back down because all of a sudden, because that was an all-seated meal. So coach was going to talk to, he's going to name the captains during that. Coach O would name the captains during that meal. Have that. Everyone eats pretty fast and kind of gets out of there. And I didn't eat much at that meal. That wasn't my meal time.
You got to be on the run. You can't eat a lot.
No, you can't. That's why I'd eat a little bit to-go food, and I'd take a burger back to my room and heat it up in the microwave.
I mean, I'm thinking young coaches have an advantage in that a little bit, but I mean, you better get rolling.
Yeah, everything you're on schedule. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like I said, and then and they'll hit game day.
That's intense.
I'd
That's
like to.
I think intense is being, I think, polite in that. It's more than intense.
I'd like to live a Friday like that.
It would blow your mind if you saw it's like, okay, I'm just going to. What time are you going in?
It's blowing my mind right
You'd be like, okay, I did not have any idea this. Like you said, in the staff meeting, it was like, there's like, yep. Mm-hmm.
I would
No,
need
sir.
to make $500,000 to operate like that.
And so that's anything from the text line.
Yeah,
Jay?
Troy on YouTube says, love when Coach gives us some details from behind the
Me
curtain.
too, because I got to tell you, I didn't know it was like that.
And every place is somewhat,
That's why coaches are hard to get a hold of. They don't have time to. Sipple's on the phone. Yeah, well, let's wait till Monday on that.
yeah.
I mean, jeez, you didn't have time to take calls.
No, there was no time in between. You had some little thing to do this, that, or whatever, and Thursday night that would be like so. Thursday night you got out at a pretty good time.
Yeah, but
That's
I'm
when you
just
got-
calling to say hi.
That's when you got a haircut or talk to
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah, that's when I try to get a haircut on the
Haircut.
way home or something like that to get something done. The number of times too that we just be like, we have nothing in the house. We have nothing here. There's no food. There's no anything because you just when you're not just whipping over to Hy-Vee, on Friday.
What a life.
So it's a weird life.
Fascinating.
Bill, the headline one more time, please.
Love to, Jake.
Thank you.
Don't stray when tomorrow's game day.
Don't stray at
No
all.
stray.
Back to more of Bill's Thrills Rewrapped. Sponsored by Acres Equipment on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Bill's Thrills.
When you choose to roam, embrace the foam. When you choose to roam, embrace the foam. Teach your kids the importance and the history of the styrofoam cooler. The history of the styrofoam cooler.
Ooh.
And me and Steve grew up with this. The styrofoam cooler was Xanadu. I mean, the squeak. Remember the squeak? The squeak was unreal. It'd be like if it's in your car, it'd be like, I don't know if I can take it. Because there's always, no matter how you adjusted the cooler, it always had a squeak to it.
The top.
The top
was the problem.
The next thing was it was incredibly fragile. If you did anything wrong, you could crush the whole thing like an aluminum can in your hand. So when you brought the cooler out, it was like, ah. But when you loaded up a cooler and iced it down and it was in styrofoam, it was the great. Everything tasted different. It was better coming out of a cooler, way better.
For some
if you
reason.
pulled something out of a cooler swim that was styrofoam, the change started to come when me and Steve probably, I don't know, maybe in the 80s. All of a sudden, the Playmate comes out with the snap lid.
Yeah.
Well, that snap lid didn't hold the ice near as well. Then you had the collapsible cooler. Then you had the Coleman. The collapsible one that's just like zip up, or the ones it just you can look at like, oh, I can almost fold it up, but it doesn't hold or doesn't last very long. It doesn't have a lot of time to it. But the ice doesn't like that. And you had the Coleman. Remember the giant Coleman that was aluminum with the big kind of the turn switch to lock it? You could lock the lid on it. Mm-hmm. There's no locking on the styrofoam.
I saw one yesterday.
God, the styrofoam lid was the thing when you place that bad boy on and trying to eliminate the squeak and trying to and not have it. The number of times it's just like, cooler's down, just shrapnel. Just absolutely shrapnel, because somebody would lean against it or something would something happen.
Don't sit on it. Don't sit on that.
No, you had to treat it like it was gold. And then, if you remember, Steve, they had some elite ones later in life when they had the super thick styrofoam coolers that were like that thick.
Yes.
Remember those like that? And they had the big lid. Those were like, okay, that was industrial styrofoam, and it was incredible. But I just like the simple one that was about what? Inch maybe? The lid, you can see it. How about this one? It had the little handle on it, and then you tie the handle down. That's how you held the lid on. That was the whole premises of the lid, to be able to handle that and be able to take care of that.
You were a boy, right?
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when this was happening generally, because by the time you were working with the concrete job, had it gone to the Playmate?
It started to go to the Playmate about that time. Seriously? I know that I've used styrofoam. I've used it almost, because I'll buy a styrofoam cooler probably at least once a year. Just like at a used stop. Just if you see one, I'm like, I'll just buy one, because sometimes I'll just use it for the day. If I'm gonna have a styrofoam cooler today, because it's not for long. Mm-mm. It's not one thing. Oh yeah, I had that. No, there's certain people do it that, but when you get a styrofoam cooler, it's got a couple days, and something's gonna go wrong with it. But the squeak was the thing you had to fight with this incredible diligence.
Yeah.
Yes.
It could drive you crazy.
It could drive you crazy. Anything from the text line?
There's a lot from the text line. Fred Not Hoiberg says, styrofoam coolers. How many times I had to chase that lid when it blew off on a windy day.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was going to ask.
That's
what
trouble.
did you guys use to keep the styrofoam
Generally,
cooler
it was just a rock or something.
Okay.
Wait,
That's
it was
trouble.
It was
You're
just
right.
you just weighted it down.
even in transport?
Even in transport,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, even in transport, yes. You had
God,
something.
That's a great point.
Yeah, you put something on top of it. And then no matter what, no matter what happened in your back seat, no matter what happened, that baby's squeaking. Yes. Anything else, Swim?
Yes. Gus on the text line says, my grandpa had a malt liquor styrofoam cooler.
Oh, that would have been gold. Does he still have that, I wonder?
Scott in Minnesota says, we reused those for years.
Reuse.
I tell you what, they're also,
Reuse.
I can remember Slits used to have as a promo, a Slits styrofoam cooler. Can you imagine right now having a Slits styrofoam cooler?
That's what Gus's grandpa had.
Hey.
Yep.
Oh.
Was a styrofoam
my
cooler.
God.
Yep.
What
Gosh,
is this?
Slits
What is
cooler,
this,
yeah.
Steve?
Better time.
Better times.
Way better.
Yes.
Somebody says the only thing that's worse than a squeaky styrofoam is nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, it's right up there. And you're thinking, is it going to stop? It's not going to stop. You can't, and there's no way, no matter what you do, you can't control it. You cannot control it. But it was a good seal. It sealed down good on the top. It really did.
Jake said, I think my in-laws have had the same one in the back of their vehicle for 15 years.
That's incredible. Get a photo. If people could send some photos in of these
I would love
styrofoam
to
coolers,
see
I would
one.
love to see some of these styrofoam
So you
coolers.
think you could go to a U-Stop right now and maybe get one?
I still
Oh,
see
yeah.
them around.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
around. You see
Sure.
them. But these other ones were, Swim, when you got them before, it was like you planned on keeping them.
Yeah.
You planned on.
I never thought of it as
Oh,
a
yeah.
temporary.
No,
thing.
temporary. Sometimes, like I said, I would just, we just make errors now. Never thought it was temporary. So you got like, hey, listen. But you were like told as a kid what to do and what not to do because they're fragile. You make a mistake and then it's over. And then, Steve, how many times do you still try to use the one that had the crack about that far down on the one corner? It'd be one corner about that. Then you duct tape it. You would duct tape the corner of the
Hey, you wouldn't
styrofoam
give
cooler.
up on
You
it.
wouldn't give up on it. It's like, that's done. It's no good. No.
we
You just
got it.
duct tape that. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
That's funny. A couple more texts from the text line before we get to the game show. Scooter from Roca says, my minnow bucket was styrofoam.
Yeah, those are classics.
the what?
Yeah,
The what?
His minnow bucket.
Yeah.
For-
Oh yeah,
fishing and
that
stuff.
was
It's big.
common.
Yeah.
Very common.
Brad from Baldwin says the worst was when the bottom would fall apart when you lifted the thin, crappier ones.
It could happen. The bottom could go.
Gator used to use the lid as a frisbee.
Okay, never did that.
That's a good idea.
How about this one? I just left Buc-ee's on my way to Lincoln and I bought a styrofoam cooler.
Nice.
Hang
on.
What Buc-ee's?
What buck is he down in? Is he down in North Dallas?
Does not say. Does not say. Just says, I just left Buc-ee's on my way to Lincoln, and I just bought a styrofoam cooler.
Well, that's
Come
why
back
they
to
have
us.
them in all those places. Some people are going like, hey, we're traveling. Just grab a cooler. We don't have one. Put our sandwiches in or something. Have a couple cool drinks in.
Yeah.
But that no matter what.
Sandwiches tasted better. out of styrofoam.
Bada being on the YouTube stream says, I used one this weekend. Kept the beer and the ham and cheese sandwiches cold in the 100-degree weather.
Oh, it works. It's
Beer and
incredible.
ham and cheese.
There you go. That's
No, hold on. Is the guy came back from where at Buc-ee's? What Buc-ee's?
there is some, so it's not a different person. Says there's a Buc-ee's just north of Denver now.
Okay.
So no, but the 6671 on the text line has not bounced back.
Where
Okay.
are you?
Yeah, well, let us
Where
know
are
where
you?
you are. Let us know where you are.
And send photos into the show of styrofoam that's meaningful to you.
Yes, please.
I'd like to
Yeah.
see that.
There's I tell you right now, there's someone going, got one in my garage right now. Got it from 1974.
I'm really surprised how many people are still using this.
He said the Denton, Texas Buc-ee's.
Okay,
That's where he's at.
What's the one I was at?
There you
Stayed
go.
right. Our hotel, walking distance.
Seriously.
Yeah, had the brisket sandwich like 3 times.
Dent, you were down there.
Yes,
Did you have the brisket sandwich or the brisket burrito?
sandwich.
See, I have the burritos.
Burrito, okay.
Those burritos are incredible.
Really good.
Great rendition of Bill's Thrills on a cool pair